not something he can control, unfortunately, and Riyad just about to lose a Mangonel for nothing. Unfortunately for him, still, no, does not manage to get a kill on that. Mangonel for Mr. Yo, and this is Mr. Yo being really aggressive right here on quite a nice spot.
And if he's able to snipe the Mangonel off Riyad, I don't think, wow.
1-for-1 trade,
very good
1-for trade,
now.
and that's horrible for Riyad because he's got nothing left to defend from all of these crossbows and the Mangonel on the way here.
And look at this
well.
string of villagers coming up.
Is that going to be a castle?
Well,
is that going to be a castle? Yes, it is.
It is.
It
And
could
now
be a little
he's
bit more
blocking
forward.
Yeah, I think more forward would have been possible. Most likely he was scared of more Mangonels coming up. Let's see the other side. Riyad is having the great macro management, is able to snipe a Monk, might be able to snipe more Mangonels if he would have decided to stay there, but going back now. And let's take another look at the castle. I think it will go up and will block one gold spot and one stone spot. And let's take a look. Where is another gold spot of Riyad now?
Riyad just lost that gold right there because Mr. Yo was there with a TC. I guess right here he's got a very safe one. Luckily for him, that Mangonel's still there, but it's quite impressive the amount of damage that Mr. Yo has been able to inflict to Riyad even after losing the water. So an impressive performance so far. Riyad on the way to Imperial Age though.
Yeah, and having close to enough stone to build a castle. Now he bought 100 stone, I think. Yes, is building this defense castle. Will not lose his main TC, but will be able to get the traps out pretty soon, and most likely will be able to clear the forward of Mr. Yo here.
Indeed, so it looks like all the damage inflicted by Mr. Yo was not quite enough to delay Riyad by a significant margin right here. Mr. Yo with such a horrible economy, if you ask me, missing so much food, so much gold, so much wood.
But it is tough, because on Rooster you don't have endless amount of space. And as you can see, he's not getting up all his wood eco. He doesn't have enough spaces to build food eco either. So he's quite tight in the stranglehold of Riyad is on the water.
I completely agree with you. That's why the water is so important on Rooster. There's just not enough space on land to actually boom comfortably once you lose the water, which is exactly what happened to Mr. Yo this game. Still trying to do a little bit of a push right here on the top side. Riyad does not seem to be very stressed out about this push. Let me take a look and try to understand if he's doing any kind of army against this. No, so far I don't see any archery range. I see a couple of siege workshops, but that's it. I would be assuming that Riyad is going to go for Arbalest at some point.
At some point for sure, because Arbalest, obviously you are on wood and gold, so that kind of plays in your...
It's a perfect transition, right?
Yeah, and I don't like that Yo actually did add 2 arteries here, because what will he do with that? Either Yo is going for Mangonel defense or Arbalest on his own, or maybe even what he actually did, castle defense, so I think building more units there will never do a lot of damage.
Well, let's take a look at how will Riyad react to this. He's being pushed, not really heavily, but still he's being pushed. He needs to have some kind of reaction against this. I see Mangonel coming in. We'll try to take a look at the upgrades on the top right side. Galleon is going to be his first upgrade. That means more range, more attack, more damage into Yo's land economy. But so far, I don't see any reaction to this land right here. Maybe a trebuchet on the way, indeed. A trebuchet to try to deal with that castle.
Yeah, now the Mangonel doing all the defense there, but Mr. Yo being up to Imperial Age as well. So we might get into a trap war if Yo is able to repair this castle and will hold on this pressure point for some time.
And even more villagers, quite surprised that he just had more villagers. This seems like he just lost a couple of them. This Mangonel fight could be important, and Riyad does not realize that Yo is only attacking the building, so looks like he wants to go for the villager first. Gets to, needs to fire before he loses. Was a little bit too late. A nice job here by Yo keeping his Mangonel alive, but that castle seems like it will not have a chance to survive.
Well, he still has stone, and Riyad has no stone left because both stone spots are blocked, as we can see on the left and the right hand side of the screen at the moment, so he will not be able to repair this castle.
I can see a transport ship, no army as of yet. And Yo will be losing a couple more villagers now that Riot has got the Galleon upgrade. Such a strong unit. Look at the kind of damage he's able to do right here on Mr. Yo's gold. Mr. Yo does not even seem to be realizing what's happening to him right there.
Yeah, having this huge range now with having bracers, having galleons, just gives him so much more map control, and he had a lot of map control before, so I think it will be very tough for Mr. Yo building any like good eco at all in this game.
More trebuchets on the way here for Riot, trying to make sure that that castle won't survive
one
much
is
longer.
kind of unprotected, the left one I mean.
Yeah,
He
that one
could
won't be
attack
protected.
this one.
Yeah, maybe it will because of the TC. Not sure. Anyway, Yo does not seem to be noticing this. He does manage to get to Imperial Age. The population still not at his favor. And now, well, there you go. He wasn't quite able. But why did he actually die? I don't think it was a TC.
God.
Did it just delete it or something? I really don't understand what happened right there. Anyway, that was the only trebuchet
Maybe
that
it
he
was a castle, because the castle obviously has huge range now.
on 8+3, you think so? Probably was the castle going to trade here 1 for 1. That obviously favors Riot at this point. He's the one trying to push back right here. Arbalest not on the way for the time being. And
Let's take a look at the eco of Mr. Yo, and the eco is
it should be
not
quite
strong.
horrible. Yeah,
Pop 65 against Pop 125, losing his forward castle, losing his forward archery soon, getting Bracer, but will not get any good fights in this game. I fear for him. A lot of traps incoming, clearing up the rest of the forward. What can Mr. Yo do to stay and kind of surprise me?
really not much indeed. He only had 2 TCs left. Both of them were completely idle. That means that Riot is able to win his whole map. So far 2-1 will be the result. Each player was able to win their whole maps. A nice job by Riot right here. Pretty much happened what he thought would happen. He was able to clear the water very soon. And maybe Yo was actually able to delay the final outcome of the game. But all in all, actually the match went exactly as Riot wanted it to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Winning the water quite early, but I was surprised. Yo isn't that bad in Grushing, but it did look like, yeah, not to his standards, to be honest.
Yeah, not quite to Riot's standard indeed. Riot's so strong. He even picked Rooster against Viper, right? So that sort of indicates you how confident he is in this map. And wasn't Mr. Yo just not quite able to match Riot's micromanagement on the water fights.
Yeah, I liked how Yo approached the game afterwards, trying to get it as messy as possible, attacking multiple fronts, trying to land, trying to get some sneaky transport ships, trying to get some snipes on the fishing boats, trying to boom as well. Mangonel defense was fine as well, but just the superior map control for Riot.
Superior map control, superior micro, and we are about to go into the next game. It's going to be